to the vibe where your dreams take flight. Cortez, so you know we're gonna shine so bright. Unity is how we ride. Join us in this journey and we'll take you to ride, yeah. We'll take it a ride, no. We'll take it a ride.
Welcome to Cortez Co, the Journey podcast. In tales we weave, authenticity we breathe. Through unity and strength we achieve. Join us in this journey and be empowered to believe. Today we dive into the life of Margot, whose journey encompasses the stark realities of mental health struggles, the resilience required, and the discipline and strength forged from her military service. Margot's story is a profound exploration of adversity, healing, and empowerment, embodying the essence of what it means to rise from darkness to light. In this episode, we'll uncover Margot's courageous battle with mental health challenges and her journey towards healing, the impact of her military experience in shaping her resilience and leadership qualities, how these experiences have fueled her mission to empower others and advocate for unity and support within the community. Margot's narratives resonates deeply with the Cortez Co values, highlighting the power of overcoming personal battles and the importance of mental health awareness, and the strength found in community and shared experience. Her story is a testament to the notion that our darkest moments often lead to the most illuminating insights and the most profound journeys of empowerment. Join us as we walk with Margot through her extraordinary journey, drawing inspiration from her resilience and the moments of clarity that define her path. You like that?
Very good. Nailed it.
I know. Thank you, Margot. Far out. So what we're going to do, we're going to play a little bit of a game, all right? So for the audience out there, I've got these little facial mist things, all right? So there's 3 of them. She's going to go one round and have a look to see what they are, okay? And I'm going to spray it in her face just so she can have a understanding of what the flavor or what the, is that what it's called, flavor?
I'm not going to eat it, so.
No. No. So we'll have one round.
Scent.
Yeah, the scent. We'll have one round of me spraying it, and she's got to smell the scent. All right. Are we ready for the one round?
Let's go.
All right. Smell this.
So do I close my eyes or?
No, not for the first one. All right. Ready? We'll move forward a bit.
Yeah,
move forward.
go.
Move the camera a bit. Move the mic. Can you smell that? Go again.
Go.
So that was facial mist. Okay, that's facial mist. That's what it's called. Okay. Second one. Original hydrating mist toner. Okay?
Yeah.
This is the second one. Fuck, I'm allergic. Are you allergic to anything?
Now.
All right. Green tea hydrating mist toner. You'll know this. Okay? You should, this one's like real, even for me, I know it. How's that? Lavender. Okay, so that's green, hydrating green tea. Okay, so that's what can you smell the green tea in it? It is like a lavender though.
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you gotta close your eyes now and you gotta try to guess which one I'm getting.
Okay.
All right. So you'll either go, that was the facial mist, I'll say. Was that the?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So close your eyes. All right. This is the first one. All right. This is not the first one that I just sprayed just before. Okay.
Okay.
Smell that one?
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Second one.
Mm.
Smell that one?
Bra.
No, I got
Stinky ass.
That's what it's called. Legit stinky ass. All right. So, oh, fuck. Now the whole video.
Oh my God. That's so bad.
See, that's why I had to go in 20.
Peas and shoes mixed together.
Fuck.
An ass.
How do you feel? Feel better?
Yeah. Smells great in here.
Fuck. I was like, when I did it, I was thinking, man, this is going to be disgusting.
That's so bad. Oh, wow.
This is my partner's spray, and now we're going to have to get rid of all of it. But this is the part of the fun, you know? Oh, sorry.
How do they make that? How do they make that?
I don't know. I was like, but when I did it, because I made a little video, and I was like, smelt it, and I was like, oh, borderline,
Damn,
like gagging. What was your reaction? What did you feel?
I kind of like didn't want to say anything
And be
bad.
rude, eh?
Yeah, I was just like, damn, he's taken off his shoes accidentally.
Yeah, my food smelled good. Oh, fuck.
Nah, that was good.
That's good as. That
Who
was
the hell
so
owns
good.
that?
Oh, I bought it because I do it to my partner. I have like 6 bottles.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing. I have 6 bottles, but yeah, so that was our first little game. But now getting into the serious best part of things.
right.
So if you have the pen and paper.
Yeah.
So there's a pen and paper for you, okay?
Yeah. Cool.
This is no joke. This is no prank. Okay. So what we're going to be doing, this is called a game of mine, the journey through echoes. Okay. So this is going to touch on basically what we'll be talking about through the podcast. But what I want you to do is I want you to get into a state of imaginating your past, obviously, and your present and what's current with your life at the moment. But I really need you to get into that state of feeling relaxed.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to do that. Fuck, this studio stinks now. Far out. Okay. What you're going to be doing, you're going to be writing it and then you'll explain what you wrote.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll give you the representation of it.
Okay.
All right. So the journey through echoes. All right. And for the audience out there, you guys can also play this if you have a pen and paper handy. All right. Try to adjust this to how you feel and what resonates with you guys. But question 1, the echo of the past. As you begin walking, you hear an echo from the past, whispering words of your hardest times. What emotions do these whisper stir in you? Write it down. Hard, eh? Really get into that. Really get into that relaxed stage. Take your time.
There's many words that could probably come up.
Yeah.
I've got one.
All right. So now this is the representation, okay? This echo represents the specific challenges you face, the emotions it brings up, highlighting your initial reactions to these trials, helping us understand the depth of what you've overcome. What did you answer? What did you have?
I wrote resilience.
Resilience. So you have resilience always echoing in your ear.
Yeah.
Okay. And why do you have resilience echoing in your ear?
Because I guess for me, there's no other way. Like you can't fold when times are hard.
Yep.
I guess I get it from my mum. She's very, very resilient. As I've grown up, like there's always been, something, everyone has their story or whatever. But I think resilience, it's just like if the life throws us something, you just have to keep moving forward. And I just thought when you described that, I thought, of the past and how, how I'm going to navigate this. So just put on my big girl boots and
No, that's really good.
Yeah.
So number 2, okay, the companion's shadow. A shadow walks beside you, symbolizing a companion. Who or what is this, and how did their presence influence your journey? You write that down. Have a real hard think about it. So who has walked alongside you? Hard, eh?
Yeah, it's just making me think, really.
Yeah. So this game is to get into deep.
Yeah.
What you're really thinking.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Well, I don't really have to write down. I kind of already know, my past ones are always, biased. I believe family that have passed on. Always
definitely.
guiding us. So,
Cool. No, that's really good. This shadow is a metaphor for your support you had or needed during those times.
Yeah.
All right. It shows us how the presence of absence or support played a crucial role in your path to healing. All right. So the person that you're walking with is someone who is probably with you still or not with you that you needed in the time in the worst times that you had. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's something that you're imagining within yourself. So the crossroad of decisions, you arrive at a split in the path, each direction offering a different future. What does each path symbolize and why do you choose one over the other? So really envision that.
When you said that, I just straight away thought of my kids.
Yeah.
So anything to, enhance and enrich their lives, I'm going to take that path to be the best mother and so they can have the best life they can.
Yeah.
Even if it means going through, tough
Everything.
times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So this crossroad symbolizes a pivotal choice in your life, making a moment of clarity where you decided between remaining in a path or moving towards healing. Your choice sheds light on the values that guided you forward.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's showing that regardless of what these questions ask you, you're staying true to what's always in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's like, and when I played this game, I played it in a way where it brought up memories for me. So I had this similar game and I appreciate my friend for telling me about this game. It gave me memories of who I was in the past and what I wanted to do in the past. So like there was one where you walk in the forest or you see a building and you describe that building. And to me, that building was like a little motel. As kids, we used to just go to a motel, play in the pool and that's all you needed.
Yeah.
I started bringing up memories of that as what I'm wanting now as an adult because we didn't get to have it much, right?
Yeah.
So I'm bringing in memories of going, okay, no, this is what I wanted to have. This is what I imagined, So the bridge of transformation, okay? Ahead lies a bridge built from your lessons and strengths. What do you leave behind before crossing and what wisdom carries you forward?
Crossing that transformative bridge, I leave anything that doesn't serve me well.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I take with me, wisdom
Yep.
with the lessons I have learned.
Yes.
And that enables me to, dive into my higher self.
Yeah.
And just keep moving forward, I guess. Yeah.
So crossing a bridge signifies your transformation. Leaving things behind represents the burdens or pain you've decided to let go of, while the wisdom you carry forward is the resilience and insights you've gained through your experiences. Pretty cool, eh? It's pretty cool. Like, if you can really imagine certain things, it's like, oh, well, fuck. Like you said, things that don't serve me. See you later.
Yeah.
These are the things that trying to bring your psychological mind into play.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
So we've got 2 more.
Yeah.
The horizon of hope. At the bridge's end, a hopeful horizon awaits. What dreams fill this horizon, and how does this person you've become approach them?
Humble.
Yeah, that's really good. What else? It's hard, eh?
It is.
It is.
Because I'm imagining it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah.
the right words and emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
I just get and empowered.
Yeah.
I'm in control now. Like, my life, everything that has happened in my life has led me to this point now, and I'm at my highest self.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, that's really good to hear. So this horizon is filled with your hopes and dreams, reflecting your aspirations and the empowered perspective you now hold. It symbolizes how you have faced and conquered adversity and now approaching the future with strength and clarity. You feel empowered, right?
Yeah.
It's something that's really drawing you, answering without you not really knowing the question.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I feel empowered now.
Yeah.
Who can stop you now?
Unstoppable.
No one's going to stop you. So Closure, looking back from where you started to where you are now, how do these reflections resonate with you?
I'm immensely proud of myself.
Yes.
Yeah, I do often look back and think, especially from my teenage days, my darker days to where I am now. How resilient I am, and how far my journey, how far I have come. Yeah.
You should be very proud.
Yeah.
You should be very proud. So this journey through the echoes has been a way to see how your past has sculptured your present and future. It's a testament to your resilience, transformation, and the empowerment you've discovered within yourself. Pretty nice, eh?
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. It's just to get deeper into what we're about to flow into, In our deepest struggles lies a seed of our greatest strength. Reflecting on your mental health challenges, let's talk about that. Let's hit it. What sparked it at the start? You from dark to light, what sparked it?
So it kind of goes back to, I guess, my teenage years.
Yeah.
So I was a really good little girl playing sports.
Yep.
And then I guess when we moved back to New Zealand, I just got caught up in the wrong crowd and boys and parties.
Yeah.
And then I just lost all my confidence moving from Australia back to New Zealand.
Yes.
And then as soon as I hit 13, I just felt like I was just in this dark hole.
Yeah.
I know that depression does run in my family. So there's probably a lot of genetic.
Is that, and apparently that's a thing that passes.
Yeah, through the mother's womb.
Yeah, honestly,
sorry,
legit,
Mum.
literally, and that's the thing. Was there a pivotal moment that changed who you were through mental health?
There wasn't one moment. There's been moments.
Yeah, let's hear the moments.
Yeah. So it's like, for me, it's like, where do I even start?
Yeah.
So the first point, I guess, would have been when I joined the New Zealand Army back home. So I was 17.
Why'd you join that?
Well, Mum kind of gave me no choice. So she was like, she literally told me, she was like, Margot, I do not know what to do with you. You've got this opportunity. She'd already teed up with Staff Sergeant, and a week later I was away on the bus to training.
Before you was troubled?
Very.
So this was like you had the teenage years of being troubled to your mum going, no, this is the only option for you.
She didn't know what else to do with me.
Yeah.
My mum and dad stuck by me throughout that whole, those dark days.
Yeah. And what was the experience like? What was the experience going into an army as a hothead?
I learned
fast.
Yeah. So it was 3 months, the basic training.
Yeah.
And I came in with the biggest attitude problem, biggest chip on my shoulder. No one could tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And I just kind of made it through the 3 months. Cause everyone in my platoon, they ended up hating me because I would answer back. No, I'd answer back and then everyone would get punished. So I was always because Smith, my last name, Smith, what, everyone hated me. But I just had this big attitude and thought I could do what I want, but that got whipped out of me very fast, man.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
What experiences did you take out of being in the army? What would it be? What piece of advice would you?
Listen to your bloody sergeants, I guess.
Really?
No, well, I guess the initial training, the 3 months training is really sort of get you to the standard of like the values and all that with the army. But I think everyone just comes from all walks of life. Yeah. So I guess you just go in and then you just get molded into how whatever road you decide to take in the army. Yeah.
How long were you in the army for?
Just under 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy the time?
Like, honestly, like, I'm not going to say best years of my life. I met like the most amazing people. I still, have friends in the army that I still like have contact with and stuff.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. Just so many values and like the comradeship I still hold within me.
Was your mental health bad while in the army?
Yeah. If you don't work on it, then nothing's gonna.
Did you work on it? Or were you doing things? Were you doing things? And I know I'm bad for it too. I was doing things that I thought was good for my mind, but I was slowly just drifting away from the actual problem.
Masking it.
Yeah.
100%. So I think because I was quite young too. Yeah. So I really I wasn't conscious of my behaviors and emotions and all that. So I guess I've come to, I think alignment with myself that through all my fitness and sports, I feel like that's masked a lot of my mental health issues. So my achievements, physical achievement.
It's like, it betters the mental health side of it.
So I've always known that I've struggled with like demons and like my mental health, depression, but to counteract, I'd be a high achiever in, bodybuilding or CrossFit or whatever I've done. I've been a very high achiever. So, but I haven't been as consistent as I am until now into my 30s. So it's never too late.
At what point was like your mental health to a point where it was, okay, I've acknowledged it, or I know what mental health is all about now. I know what depression is all about. At what stage was that in your life?
I always knew. Like I've seen like countless psychologists in my life, can't even count. I've always known that I suffered from, depression and obviously, the suicidal attempt. So I've always known, but I've just never really been committed to working on that sort of in a child.
You said suicidal attempts. At what age and what drew you to that? Let's take it right back, take the Band-Aid off this. Suicidal attempt, like I want to go deep into that. What did that look for you, and at what moment, what emotion were you feeling through, let's say, the first one? It's very touchy for you, but what was leading up to it?
To be honest, like I feel like I've gone through, I don't know, everyone goes through trauma in their life, but I've been through so much, I feel like I can't remember a lot. But because a trauma response sometimes is you just forget, like your brain can just shut it off. But I just think the feeling of being in a black hole, like there's no escape. I can't get out of this. Like I've fucked up so much in my life. I've let my parents down, let myself down. There's no way out. And then compound that with drugs and alcohol.
On top, hey?
Oh, cocktail for disaster. And that was so young. I was like probably my youngest. I was 14.
At that age you're feeling all that.
Oh, yeah. So young.
And then what? Now you're 30 and it's like you look back and do you think it was, you obviously had to go through that to where you are now, but is there a piece of advice that you would be like, okay, like this is something that I need to constantly tell myself to not get in that dark hole again?
Headspace. I just think looking back then I was quite young and erratic, impulsive, but now, I've got kids to live for. So they keep me, sometimes they've kept me alive, so I just think my kids would just be distraught if I left this world. And I've got so much to offer right now, like my life. I feel like I've got, a really good path ahead. So just stay focused and try to sit in the emotion. So never sort of run away from it.
It was like there was no purpose in life before kids. What did you feel? Do you think that's true? Did you feel like you had no purpose in life before kids?
Because I was so driven with goals. I'm so goal orientated. So, I'd always, do some sort of competition or some sport or fitness. So like I was my own purpose, but then I just constantly have suffered from, demons like the mental health. So it's just like that.
And
crazy.
so what, 6 years in the army, what did you end up doing after?
So me and my ex-husband, we moved. So we met in the army and we've got our first son together, Xavier. So we moved straight from Christchurch to Mount Isa, which is in the middle of
Nowhere. Fuck, Mount Isa.
Nowhere.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Why Mount Isa? Man.
Money and mining.
Yeah.
Because everyone was kind of leaving the army and then like migrating, coming over. And so I'm been here half my life in Aussie, so I'm pretty familiar with Australia. So so we just came in to make some money and but we stayed there way too long in Mount Isa. Oh.
And how long were you with your ex for?
Yeah, so I met him when I was around 20. And then I think we were a bit together for like 8 or 9 years. Yeah. So, but we got our beautiful boy. Yeah. So
and how was that 8 or 9 years, was that an enjoyable time for you? Run us through that.
Yeah, of course, every relationship has got its ups and downs. Once again, I was very young and I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
So I got married at 24.
Do you think that's young?
So young looking back. Well, I'm 34 now.
Yeah.
So I like planned this massive wedding and I'm the type of person that like, I want to do everything myself. Like I'm a perfectionist. Like I'm going to organize this big fucking wedding in New Zealand, invite everyone, like hundreds of family.
Yeah.
And so that was in 2014. And then April 2014, I had Xavier. Then December 2014, we had this wedding.
Yeah.
And then, so it was hectic.
So full on.
So full on.
Yeah.
So much pressure on myself, always pressure.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I thrive on pressure.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like
is that a good thing?
Fight or flight. Yeah. It could be my nervous system.
Yeah.
But I'm so aware of my insight, like how my body and inner child sort of works.
Left the army 6 years later. What were you doing?
So mining till in Mount Isa, we bought our first place within like 6 months.
Yeah.
So we just saved there. And then we did a trip. We went overseas as well. So I'm glad we went to get like to the States and all that.
Yeah.
Got that all out of the way.
Yeah.
So we did that. And then I moved to the Gold Coast in 2017.
Okay.
So fast forward.
How many years was 5? That was 5 years ago? What do we know? No, I'm not going to do the maths.
7, neither am I.
Yeah, why the Gold Coast? That's what, New Zealand, Mount Isa, Gold Coast?
Yeah, but even before, it's like Australia, New Zealand as a kid, like back forth. Why Gold Coast lifestyle? Yeah. So I was in Mount Isa. It's very remote, very expensive, very
beautiful beaches in Mount Isa. Hey,
yeah, so beautiful.
No way.
So lifestyle. So the breaking point was he was quite comfortable in Mount Isa. And I was like, nah, I'm
gapping it.
But like, see, I was young. So I was just like, nah, see you later. Pack my car.
How young's young for you?
I don't know. See, like young is only like a perception of your brain.
Yes.
Like what is it? Yeah, good question. Because I keep saying I was young.
What's your young? To me, I'm like, fuck, I like to still think I'm young. Far out.
I guess
and I'm like, fuck, must be old, man.
No, I feel old. I guess just a young, like, mindset. A mature, your mindset, not age, like, our body and stuff. Yeah.
So it's like you still felt mentally young.
100%.
At that age.
Because I hadn't worked through all that trauma as a teenage. So it's just still in you until you do something about it.
Yeah. What have you done for that trauma?
Yeah, so like I said, I've seen so many psychs. I just haven't like been so consistent as I have been in sort of say the last 3 years.
Yeah. What did you gain out of what mental and physical tips did you gain out of seeing that psychologist? You wouldn't even realize it, but it's just subconsciously you start to act in a way. It's like, oh, well, I know how this person acts. It's, you slowly start to develop that inner subconscious mindset. What did you take out of it? What was the biggest thing that you took out of seeing a psychologist?
Just like learning about myself, my triggers, why I react in certain ways, why have I ended up in this situation? Because then that obviously goes back to our childhood, like even before that, it can be to do with your parents.
Yes.
Just ways to cope for yourself more.
Yeah. Did you feel you would leave each session, did you feel stronger?
100%.
Yeah.
Best feeling leaving
so much more knowledge?
Knowledge, yes. I've done a lot of
self-work? What is it? What do they call it?
Like through books and stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of
well, there you go.
Self-help.
Yeah.
On trauma. I like to dive into that, the brain and stuff, where it comes from. And
before you even seen a psychologist, was your mindset like, nah, I don't want to see a psychologist.
Never.
I can work on myself.
Never.
It was like,
no, I'm an open book. Like if I need help, I'm going to be the first one to put my hand up. Never ashamed.
So why is it, do you feel like in society now, do you feel like when people are struggling, it's embarrassing to ask for help? Do you see that within a lot of youth? Yeah. Do you see that within a lot of youth these days?
Yeah, youth. Yeah, because everyone's apparently got all their shit together. Yeah. But that's just bullshit. Everyone's flawed.
So society's obviously changed. Society has changed the way that we see certain things now.
Yeah, I hope so. And I hope it continues. Like, like if you need something, just, you know, you've got always, you're never alone. You know?
But for the females out there, what signs and things should you look for if you're dealing with what you've been dealing with?
I guess when you stop taking care of yourself.
Yeah. What does that look like? What does stop taking care of yourself look like?
Just like probably, or when you kind of lose control of your reactions, I guess, when you get so caught up in sort of a relationship and you lose yourself, you lose your control. I don't, you do not, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And that's the thing, you don't have control of it. You're so used to that day in, day out stuff that it's a routine.
Yeah.
It's a routine that you don't even want to go back to it, or you don't even want to see it.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy where you are now?
100%.
What does a perfect day look like for you? Explain it.
Well, I wouldn't say perfect, but
if you were to say, this is like a trick question. This is like a trick question. What would a perfect day look for you?
What would okay, so I wake up, feed the kids. Cruz wouldn't be like crawling around moaning at my feet. He'd just be sitting there.
Yeah.
But no, that's Cruz.
And that's the thing. And because it's my own question, it's like, what would a perfect day look like? And to me, it's like today. Today's the perfect day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
If you have expectations on your day, it will go crap. Like I went for a run today with my kids and we're in the little pram, and just down the road there, the car was parked out a little bit. To whoever lives down there, I'm going to put in a complaint because I had to, with the running pram, I had to run, and like, this is the second time it's happened to me. It got caught up, and because I was on the road, it got caught up. The kids flipped. Aliana busted her tooth, got a mark there. Aliko has a black eye from it. And I was like, far out. And so I was, because we had to go onto the road because the car was in the pathway.
That's lazy.
Yeah. And I was just like, he's getting fine, you know?
That's so selfish.
And to me, a perfect day was like, man, I was mad when I got home.
Of course.
I was mad because I seen my kids hurt.
Yeah.
You know, their face was in the ground, you know, and I had to see that, but it had to be today.
Exactly.
You know, you're not going to be able to go, I'm going to have a perfect run.
Exactly.
And not be puffed after.
Exactly.
Never put expectations on that. And what's your expectations on your life now that you're older, not younger?
I know. That's so bad. I mean, like you said, I've come to realize that I don't put expectations on, because I have placed expectations on people and I've been let down so much.
Yeah. Right.
So I just have no expectations. You can't control everything.
Yeah.
You know?
And so what is the unity and community side of things? How does that help you? What community have you built that you're trying to push out now?
Yeah. So I'm currently at Legacy Through Movement in Miami. So our owner is Alex Glenn, so ex-Bronco. Cap. So I'm a PT there. So we've got a good community there, and and I've got my online fitness programs and all that. Yeah.
What drove you to doing that? You know, you were in the army.
Yep.
Were you doing mining?
Yeah, I worked underground. Yeah.
Is that scary?
Oh, you get used to it.
Yeah. Then you moved to the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Very big different career paths. So why is that? Why is that?
Well, I guess I just wanted a fresh start. But like I've always been in obviously the fitness.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly.
So I guess I just wanted to get down Mount Isa.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then start again here. And still obviously continuing in the fitness world.
And so do you think a part of your past traumas, your mental health, do you think fitness has been a massive impact?
Yes.
Okay. So take your fitness out.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be alive.
What would Margot look like? You know? No fitness involved. And that's the thing. So let's say you have someone come up to you and go, they don't do fitness or anything. They're not part of the gym or they don't like the gym, right? Do you think you should sign them up to the gym?
100%.
What if they never like the gym? What if they don't want to go to the gym?
There's options. You know, I can take them to the park.
Yeah.
We go if they feel comfortable. I've had clients, I've come to their house to train them. Yeah. So that can make people feel more comfortable. Options. Oh, of course. Yeah. You don't have to be in a gym to train.
Yeah. And so I see that you do group sessions, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so that's at Legacy. Yeah. So I had take about 5 a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and what type of group of people are they?
Oh, mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get all different types of people.
Yeah. What do you feel like you specialize in?
Well, that's where the hybrid Phoenix name comes in. Yeah.
So where did this name come? That's a pretty cool name though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hybrid. So hybrid. Yeah. Just everything.
Like a car.
Yeah.
Car. You know the Toyota hybrid car? Yeah. Did you give yourself that name? Or?
Yes.
Okay. So where did that all come from? Obviously the past journey, but what were you like? Oh, I'll wake up. Oh,
no.
I'm the fucking hybrid. You know, like
hybrid Phoenix.
I'm the man. You know? No, where did that come?
Well, I guess, I don't know. I didn't just wake up and think that.
Oh,
no, sorry.
Shit. Yeah, well, there you go. I'm a mind mind reader, man. I'm a mind reader.
I don't know, you're just hybrid, because I think when someone would ask me the question, what do you specialize in?
Yeah.
I'm a hybrid.
Yes, yeah,
So,
definitely.
there's not one thing. I'm pretty all-rounded, and I've played a lot of sports, I've done a lot of things in the gym.
Yeah.
And then the Phoenix part of it, that's my personal life. Phoenix, always rising from the ashes. It's a bird that just keeps dying over and over again. Every 500 years they die, and then they keep rising up. And that's me, I guess, just that resilience, like just no matter what life's thrown at me, it's just like, you can't fucking stop me. Yeah.
What empowers you?
Myself.
Yeah.
Is that really bad to say?
I don't know. That's why you called the hybrid Phoenix. Nah, I don't know. No, that's good. Who else? Who else you got to...
Role models, you mean?
Well, if you were to be in a position that you were before, what empowered you to see different in you? You would have seen no wrong within yourself, right?
No.
know?
No. I've always known that I've suffered,
Yeah.
I guess that comes down to my kids. Like, I've got to be a strong mother. I've got to do this.
Yeah.
I've got to change.
The kids growing up, what are some advice that you would give your kids constantly for them to live a good life? With your past experiences, what would you constantly pass down onto your kids? Yeah.
Question.
Because they're both boys, right?
Boys.
And you're a female. Very different.
Very different.
So like what advice would you constantly be giving them? Hard, eh?
Sports, it's like now at this point in time with Xavier, my big boy, like I always try and encourage it. Like he's a gun, man. He's just like naturally gifted.
Yeah.
Both parents are just like weapons.
Yeah. The hybrid Phoenix.
So he's like a little gun. So I guess just sports, because that's what saved me in like 80%.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so just keeping, because that's where you meet really good people.
Yeah.
People with the same sort of values in life. So that for now, at this age.
Well, there you go. Overcoming challenges. Let's go over that. What's one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome? That you can put a nail on and go, nah, that's been one of the hardest things.
The recent relationship.
Why is that? This is very open, Margot, and I really appreciate you. But it's like, I want to dive deeper into that. And you said that I wasn't gonna go there.
Yeah. That's cool.
But it's like, why has that been the biggest?
Just because, we came together with issues, as everyone does.
Yeah.
And I think when no one's worked on, their insight in a child, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
But
like
if
the person you are, empath. What do they call empath?
Empath. Yeah. So empath. So it's like empathetic.
Empath. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I guess if you don't want to help yourself, then no one can help you.
And that's what I feel. A lot of past experiences really help shape who you are.
100%. They're a catalyst.
Yeah.
You've got to look at it. You learn your lessons from it, and then you can be a better person for it. And you continuously, if you keep getting dished the same, repeated cycles, you're never going to learn until you figure out what you need to do.
Yeah. What does the future hold for you now in the next 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Your young 3-4 years of age.
Yeah.
Going through. Yeah. What does that look
feel like life's gone so fast. Ideally, I just want to keep working on my business, PT, keep growing.
Yeah.
Obviously, with my knowledge and expertise on, my fitness background, I just want to build my, my social media and continue to grow online. Yeah. So
what pressure do you feel on social media? Do you feel pressure on social media?
No, I wouldn't say that wouldn't be the right word.
No?
I don't, because I can look at it and take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I know, like, I kind of take ideas from social media.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing. Like, I mean, you scroll and you're like, oh, like she looks good or whatever, blah, blah. Of course that's just a human. That's humans.
Yeah.
But pressure in the industry, there's a lot. It's saturated, like fitness trainers.
Yeah. But with you, you scroll through, you probably have a stronger mind than others. They scroll through and go, oh, that person looks good. But you just kept on scrolling, right? It doesn't really matter to you. But what if for the people the females that do? So what advice would you give them? Because you're able to just scroll through.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll zoom.
Yeah.
I just think there's like filters.
Yes.
You can change everything.
Definitely.
I just think specific to social media, or I always think it's just a happy moment in time.
Yeah.
Like you can, because it's happened to me, like I was in a relationship and, we've had a big argument and then 5 minutes later would post this happy photo of us. You know what I mean? So it's literally just a photo.
Yeah.
Like that's it. So people read into it too much.
Yeah. Do you think the people that go, if you scroll through it, do you think they have something within themselves that they need to work on?
Yeah.
And do you feel that social media is like a facade sometimes?
Yes.
Massive, eh?
Yes.
Imagine the world with pure vulnerability.
I know.
And you showed every single part of your life. Do you think that would be...
Exactly.
Wouldn't, eh?
Highlight reel.
Wouldn't exist, hey?
No.
Would you post that? Would you post your deepest struggles?
Yeah, because I want people to know that...
Who you really are.
Well, yeah, and then that we are all flawed. We all go through hardship, and it's just, and just, I guess, just having hope.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, even in your darkest times, there is, to get to the point where I have been nearly bloody dead, but like, there's always a better day, you know?
Do you think social media has changed a lot of people's mindsets and how they view themselves?
Yeah, so like comparison.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever hit that point? Have you ever?
Yeah, of course. But I think as I've gotten older.
Yeah. Nah, man, you're still young. You're still, yeah.
More mature.
Yeah.
But I guess, I have my moments where if I'm feeling like not so good about myself, like I'll be like, oh, like chill. But I've come to a stage in my life where I'm quite content.
Yeah.
So I don't really have that issue.
How do you pass that advice on to someone? How do you tell them, love yourself first? How do you tell them that?
Yeah, that's a hard one because it takes time. Like you can't just look in the mirror and be like, oh, I love you. You know, it takes time.
Yeah. I've been in the mirror, fucking ugly.
See,
straight away, you know, straight away, always a negative, right? Yeah, it's like, fuck, I look in the mirror. Fuck, I don't like looking in the mirror.
Yeah. So I guess that's where gratitude comes in.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many ways out there we can try and better our lives and, you know, ourselves.
Oh, yeah. So the journey that you're on now, what's something that you've really enjoyed through your journey?
Yeah, enjoyed.
Hard, eh?
Yeah.
Because there'd be a lot. But what's in your mind? What's one thing that's sparked?
Oh, but there's been a lot of...
Give me one. Give me one.
I guess just meeting so many good people at all my gym, like, because I've been to a lot of gyms. So just the people that I met in my life.
No, that's really good.
Communities and...
What do you think about, is it important to have a strong community around you and why?
It is, but not everyone has the opportunity to because they could be in like a remote town or you know, or they, you know, have self-esteem issues. They don't want to go to the gym or stuff like that. But it's just important. Just we're humans. We're made to, you know, integrate with each other and connect.
And so with your past experiences, courage, how has courage played a massive role with it? And why? Why is that?
Very correct. Like, because I've just done a lot of things that most women wouldn't do. And it's easy to stay in those sorts of environments because, you know, we had the kids and it's just easier.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to be unhappy for the rest of my life. I deserve more than this.
Yeah.
Just be unhappy.
Every day, what type of adversity do you feel?
That challenge. I think the struggles being a single mum.
Yeah, why is that?
Just juggling everything.
Yeah.
Just because my life's, I'm got a very busy, like I'm very routine.
Yes.
But just trying to juggle everything, like the day goes so fast. I literally plan out my whole week in my head on a Sunday. Like I'm going to train this time on, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I've just got to like, just be very routine. And I guess that's where the armies come from.
Of routine.
Yeah. So I'm very like structured.
Is it healthy to have a routine?
Very.
So if you were to go off routine, what would that look like? How would Margot feel?
Anxious.
Yeah, why?
Anxious. Just because it could be a bit of a control thing. Like I can't, because it's not going my way, you know.
I'm bad for it. Very guilty. You know, like let's say we go down to the Dream World with the family. It's like, no, we're getting up this time, allowed drive time. We get there when it opens, right? And it's like, I want to make sure that we get there when it opens. I don't want to line up. And there was one time where we didn't go at the time that I wanted to go. We just went when we felt good.
Okay.
And I had the best time of my life.
Yeah.
You know? And like, if you're so routine is really good, but then what happens if you step out of that routine?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, like what is it for you?
Yeah, I hear you. I guess I've learned that too along the way.
Yeah.
Just probably not being so uptight. Like if I don't go to the gym, like big things for me would be, so what day are we? We're Monday. I haven't trained since Thursday. So I've had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off.
Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
But so like me 10 years ago, I would be like, I'd be a raging fucking bull. Like I'd be like, I haven't trained.
Feel
like,
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And just like the guilt, it would just take over my mind.
Yeah.
Like, so I guess that's where sometimes I think back and I think exercise could have been like more, I know it was a good outlet, but a bit of an addiction.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? Like I relied on it.
So you enjoy just training now or what?
Yeah.
If you have a rest day, it's all right.
I've come to this point now. Yeah. Because obviously I've got two little ones. They're my focus, but.
That's your training session.
Oh, I reckon.
Them two kids are your training session.
But yeah, so.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's hectic. But I'm enjoying life, you know.
And so will your routine, would it always be spot on each day, do you think?
Most day. No, the mornings are usually like, you know, feed the kids.
Yeah.
But it just depends, like my clients and stuff, work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how does your day schedule look like?
So Cruise wakes me up at like 5:30. So nice and early. But I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
So I usually go to bed around like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And then get the kid Xavier ready for school, Cruise ready for daycare, then get them off, and then I usually go to the gym straight away. Yeah, get that done. And then clients throughout the day. Yeah.
Coming home look like?
So homework, because Xavier's always starving. You know what it's like when you come home from school, like you're just so hungry, like starving Somalian, as if I haven't packed him lunch. But, but so
Did you pack him lunch?
Yes. So just feed the kids, I guess, and then dinner, and then I'll have the odd red wine, just like relaxes me, and then obviously do my online programming for the week coming up for my online clients, and pretty simple, pretty routine, but that's how I like it.
That's good. So how long did you study? What did you study?
So I've just done Cert 3 and Cert 4. I did that when I was working in the mine. So when I was working, I had a job that we didn't really do much. So when I was working, I studied.
In the mines? You said you worked underground. How do you
because we were like in a little donga for like 12 hours. So the guys would come in because I dealt with explosives. So they, so it was a big store. The role was a magazine keeper. So the chargers would drive and get all the explosives at the beginning of the shift. And then there was like 10 hours where I didn't do anything. And then at the end of the shift, they'll come and get it. So that's when I studied.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
So Cert 3, I did both certs. And then that's when I established my PT. Like that's when I started doing PT in Mount Isa when I was on parental leave with Xavier.
Yeah.
Because I didn't work in the mines, obviously, when I was pregnant and stuff.
Yeah.
So I started PT in Mount Isa and then I continued it in Gold Coast. Yeah.
Was it a pretty good community in Mount Isa?
Yeah. And I had a massive following. I've seen over 100 clients. So massive.
So you weighed up. So let's say that sacrifice. So you sacrificed all them clients to move to the Gold Coast for a better lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? Why sacrifice that?
I wasn't happy. Like Mount Isa, it's like 50 degrees in summer. And like, especially having a kid.
I've never actually been there, but.
Well, you're not missing out.
Yeah.
The money's good. Don't get me wrong. But just like, I think we stayed there too long.
Yeah.
I think it's good if you have a goal, like 1 to 2 years, not build a lifestyle there. Sorry to all the people that live in Mount Isa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Money or lifestyle?
Lifestyle.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And that's good because a lot of people now, you know, for the people out there that feel like they're stuck and it's like money.
Yeah.
Not knowing that their lifestyle now is around money.
Yeah.
When truly it's out there somewhere for them to enjoy life.
Yeah.
You know, how would you get the best out of life and how did you even have that decision to leave your business like that if you're seeing hundreds of clients, you know? I would have been like, no, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sweet here.
Yeah.
My lifestyle is like routine. It's easy now.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
I just, once with me, like I said before, I'm impulsive.
Yeah.
So once I set my mind to something, I was just like, no, literally, I'm out.
What are some massive achievements that you've accomplished?
Like sport-wise or fitness?
Anything wise.
Yeah. So when I was in the army, I actually competed in bodybuilding. So when I was 19.
Yeah.
So I competed internationally.
Oh, you were a baby then, eh?
I was. I was a young girl.
Yeah.
So I competed for about 3 years. So I did really well. I ended up traveling to Rarotonga for the International Asia Pacifics.
I don't even know where that is.
Rarotonga.
Nah, where's that?
Rarotonga.
No, where is?
Serious?
Yeah, why?
It's in the islands.
Oh, anyways, yeah.
The Cook Islands. Have you heard of Cook Islands?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So
Okay,
Raro is like the main town.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, done really well. But I guess bodybuilding form, like that was a good base as well for setting me up for my fitness, like my sort of fitness industry. Yeah.
What made you want to do that though?
Bodybuilding. I remember actually going to a gym in Palmerston North where I lived.
Oh, one of my friends lived there.
Palmy? Yeah. So I didn't go to the gym on camp. I went to a gym like in this civvy, at a civvy gym. And I remember just this PT coming up to me saying, you've got the perfect physique.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, like this young girl, like, oh. So he kind of like led me down that path and then started competing and then I'd done that for about 2-3 years and then I found CrossFit because I kind of started getting a bit of eating disorders as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just not a good relationship with food.
What? Yeah.
Because it's so strict. I remember, no word of a lie, for 6 weeks straight, I ate broccoli and egg whites every meal, 3 or 4 times a day for 6 weeks.
Okay, so for the audience, would you recommend it? Would you recommend competing?
Competing. Oh, yeah. I thought you mean broccoli and chicken.
Oh, no, like that whole process. would you recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, because it can show mental toughness.
Yes.
And with food is tough.
Yeah.
With cutting your calories, cutting all that good stuff out can really fuck with your mind. Yeah. So, yeah, but not for long term.
Yeah. So would there be more highs or would there be more lows?
Lows.
Really?
But then the high at the end kind of
weighs
takes over.
up.
Yeah,
far
and
out.
especially winning. Like I won a lot of my comps.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, the hard work paid off.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you ever come second or anything? Or
Yeah. Always first and second. Yeah.
What did you feel coming second? At who the person, obviously I can see that who you are. Second, what would they have done to your ego?
Yeah, ego. And I was, Well,
You would
I
say
think it
you
was
would-
my first comp. No, it would have been my second comp.
Yeah.
But the woman that won was she.
Oh, that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was a lot, I'm going to say older. Here's the age thing. But
Oh, here we go. Yeah. How much is, let me guess, older is 17. Yeah.
No, but she'd been doing it for much longer. So she had more muscle size on her.
Yeah.
So I was really lean. Like, yeah.
And then when did you stop doing that, moving on to CrossFit?
Yeah, so within like 3 years, and then found CrossFit, and then just nailed CrossFit because CrossFit is military, and I was still in the army at that stage. So they were starting to bring CrossFit in at that time. So I started competing in a lot of comps, individual comps, team comps within New Zealand. Yeah, I loved it. So addictive, CrossFit.
Yeah, for the CrossFitters out there, tap in, because what is it about CrossFit that people love? It's like a cult, yeah?
It is a cult. It is. I mean, everything's a cult, but it's so, the people, and like, because it's so hard, like the workouts are so hard, and you've got so many different exercises to nail. You've got the Ollie lifting side, the gymnastics side, you've got, all the body weight, everything.
Yeah.
So there's just so much to work on. It's like never ending jigsaw puzzle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of CrossFitters, they just love it, eh?
Yeah. It's just such hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if CrossFit was gone, what would you do?
Well, now I don't really do much. I don't do CrossFit anymore.
Yeah. Oh, why?
Yeah, no, I'm.
Oh, did you get out of the cult?
I did. No, but I still kind of incorporate. That's why the hybrid.
Yes.
I incorporate CrossFit style
Yes.
workouts into my own sessions with my clients. But what actually stopped me from CrossFitting is I joined the Australian Army.
Yeah,
I probably forgot that in the timeline.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to ask if you knew anyone that was in the Australian
Army.
The difference between the New Zealand Army to Australian Army. Big difference?
Culture-wise, I didn't like it here.
Oh.
Nah, I did in Kapuka, the basic training.
Yeah, my best friend went to Kapuka.
Nothing there.
I mean, I'm big ups to him, eh? Like, is it hard? Which training was harder?
It's not hard physically because it's more just, it's mental. Like they just try break you.
Yeah.
Like the instructors. I already know, it's just a game. It's a game.
Yeah.
You just got to play their game.
Yeah.
And going in there, being one of the older recruits, not a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
So I kind of was with a lot of young ones. So I already knew it's just a game.
Yeah.
It's such a game.
And so what made you stop CrossFit? Because of?
Well, I went away to the army training. Then I got back, just totally different mindset.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just stopped.
Yeah.
I just actually legit just stopped. Then I started playing rugby league. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I had a stint at rugby league for about 2 or 3 seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have some water.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're good. You're aging. Yeah, have some water, because I'm like, I want to have some water.
Yeah, some water.
3 seasons, and was that always in your head? Rugby league or what?
Yeah,
Rugby.
proper. I actually trialed for Burleigh Bears, and I made I had no experience in rugby league. My dad's an ex-Kiwi, so he's got the good
solid.
genes.
Yeah.
But had no background, and then trialed, made the team, and I didn't play in Burleigh Bears. I got dropped because I didn't make the. It's my first time.
Oh yeah.
So I played.
Hey, don't give me excuses.
Oh, gosh. So I played for a few seasons,
Especially with Alex Glenn and the thing.
Well, I didn't meet him until recently since I've started coaching. Yeah.
But it's like what? And then what happened with footy?
I dislocated my knee, and then that kind of just put me off.
Really?
Yeah. So one of the bigger girls just tackled me the wrong way, and that kind of put me off. I'm like, I can't afford to be injured.
Yeah.
With my training and work and stuff. Yeah. Right.
And so what work were you doing at that time? Personal training still? Or?
No, I think I was working in hospitality.
All right.
Yeah,
I feel like
random.
this timeline has just gone
I know it is.
Well,
It
I'm just like,
is.
far
I
out.
get lost in my own life.
Yeah. No, that's all right. So hospitality.
Random. Yeah. I've gone through, like I was working in a hotel for like 2 years. Just random.
Is it hospitality like
So that's in a hotel. I worked in a hotel at the front desk, like reception.
Oh, far
yeah. So
out.
something totally off.
And
it was uncomfortable for me and slightly embarrassing because I didn't have a career.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the army. I wasn't in the mines. Like, I was just someone normal.
Yeah. And so why was it embarrassing though? Did you think, who were you embarrassed about telling?
I just have such high expectations of myself, and just this probably like my mindset at the time. Like I didn't feel stable.
Yeah.
Usually I've been in such stable careers, like I said, the military, the mines, and then moving from Mount Isa to Gold Coast where there isn't the greatest money as opposed to coming from mining.
Yeah, definitely.
So I felt a bit, like unstable.
Yeah. And then so how did you get out of hospitality into what you're doing now?
I guess just people, like certain people that I've crossed paths with have just said to me, Margot, you're in the wrong industry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know, like this is my passion.
Yeah.
And I just had this self-doubt of Gold Coast being flooded with PTs, and probably comes back to self-belief.
Yeah.
Not believing in myself. And I still to this day lack confidence in myself. Even with all like the knowledge and expertise, I do struggle.
Yes. Yeah. Was it a scary move to go from working from hospitality to where you are now?
Not really.
What were you just like, nah, I'm gone?
Yeah, I kind of did it on the side, PT.
Yeah.
It wasn't like full time.
Oh, okay.
So I was still working my day, like a day job, and then just on the side.
And so now it's all just PT now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's doing what I love.
Was it scary to do that?
Nah.
No?
Done it before. Yeah.
What's one thing you enjoy the most about personal training?
Making my clients feel really good after a session.
Yeah.
And
How would you empower your clients? If they're in a state where you've been before, how would you empower them? So they've been in your state before, and they just come to you, look, Margot, I just don't know where I'm at. You can obviously see that they're struggling mentally. What would you do to empower them?
I would just obviously be still who I am, be a listening ear. I'm a really good listener. So just know that I'm there for them, and I am someone safe that they can talk to as well, not just, about PT in the gym.
Yeah.
So I had just being there for them, I guess, in that way, on a personal level.
Yeah. If you're not your 100% self when you see a client, how do you go about that? How do you feel? You've had a shit night, you don't want to see clients. How
that
do
always
you go?
happens. Like
so what do you
that's
do?
normal. Well, you just have to put on that the front, because it's a
100%.
job, it's a job. But then you start to build your rapport with clients. So sometimes they know, they deep down, they like body language, or so sometimes they know.
Yeah.
But even still, I'd probably be like, shit, hey, blah, blah, blah's happened, and we get to that. Sometimes I can talk to them about like my shit in my life.
Yes.
So that's the kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other things have you done in sports wise?
So boxing. So last year was a big year for boxing.
Why is that? Yeah.
So December 2023, the second half of the year, I had 4 boxing fights. So yeah, it was pretty hectic.
Why boxing?
Boxing's another sport that I've always gone back and forth to, depending where I'm at in my life. It's weird.
So explain that. So what would that life look like when you do boxing?
Yeah.
Depending where you're at.
Like I guess boxing, because it's such a demanding sport.
Yes.
I feel like, if I'm struggling in life, I always seem to get drawn back to boxing, if that makes it. Yeah.
Why boxing though? Why wouldn't
Because it's an outlet. It's an outlet.
Okay,
it's an outlet. And it's boxing. I've thought about it, like what's the most hardest thing I've ever done, like sport, physically or mentally, like rugby league, CrossFit, bodybuilding, boxing, 100%. It's all mental, man.
Yeah.
It's all it's like a chess game. When you're in the ring, you're not just throwing haymakers. You're throwing, it's like a game.
Yeah. Did you win all of them, or what did you do?
So 2 and 2. Yeah, I know.
No, I'm joking.
I know. But yeah, no, I guess every loss is a win. You learn, and I learned. Like I went for my gym, we hosted a big fight night. It was fucking massive. Like my coach Fidel puts on the biggest shows ever. And it was our first show on the Gold Coast, and I put my hand up to verse a chick that's had 40 plus fights.
Solid. Yeah.
And
good on,
and it was a massive fight night, and I pretty much got I held my own, but she's a southpaw, so she's a left hand.
Yeah.
So that was a whole new ball game for me, trying to go in there and fucking change my whole game plan.
But so before, you've only just had how many fights before this girl?
I've had all up my whole life, I've had 8 boxing fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't have that much experience.
No, literally, she's been probably boxing for years.
Yeah.
And I had about a 5-week fight camp, which is not even a proper fight camp. It was like dragging my kids to the training, trying to do drills with kids. You know, it wasn't proper.
Yeah.
So I did the best I could.
That's the thing. So you've got 2 kids, and how was your commitment to boxing and also your kids?
Oh, I made it work.
Yeah. How did you make
and
that
I was
work?
going through the breakup as well. So that's kind of why I think, you know, our relationship broke down. I found boxing. If boxing, you know, found me again.
Yeah.
And then that gave me, it was kind of like more like a focus. You know, some people can, you know, when they break up, they can go to alcohol and drugs.
Yes. Yeah.
So for me, I always, that's how fitness has saved me.
Yeah.
See how like there's like that catalyst.
Yes.
So
it's always going back to it.
Yeah. So that kind of prompted me to, you know, go back, find a boxing gym around me, and I found Fight Club in Burleigh. So many good people there as well.
And then, so do you want to continue to box?
Yeah. So like time permitted, I still like to get a few sessions in like boxing style, just on the bag at the moment. I haven't sparred since my last fight, which was November last year. So it was months.
Yeah.
So I have not sparred.
Should you be doing sparring?
Oh, but
do you want to fight? Do you want to have
another crack? I actually just thought about that. There was a group chat yesterday and there's like a few shows coming up. So that's in May. So I'm like, I might have to itch again.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure though, especially with kids.
Yeah.
A lot of commitment.
Yeah. And so what stopped you if you were to go, I don't want to fight, or what would that look like and why?
Why would be, I don't need that type of pressure. Like, because I've questioned myself, why? I've done this a lot. Like, why am I fighting? Why? I don't actually enjoy myself in the ring. It's more of the feeling after. And I know a lot of people can understand.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it's not who likes to get punched in the face. Like some people might might be the boxers that enjoy it.
Yeah. But it does make sense that during is like, you don't
fight
like,
flight.
During is you're in that, even football, you know, sometimes like, I don't enjoy football.
Yeah.
You know, like, but after, if you win, it's good. But when you lose, fuck. It's even just, you know, like, why not just go out there, you know?
Yeah. And then, you know, fuck your body up.
Yeah. But even before is hard, during is hard. And it's just, you have that one good feeling at the end. You know, that you feel like you have accomplished something.
Yeah.
Which is good, you know?
But I guess they say you've got to enjoy the process. Like, and then that's another thing, a switch too.
Do you enjoy the process?
I'm learning to.
Yeah.
Learning to. And I'm more conscious of it instead of trying to quickly, you know, I want to be the best in everything. Yeah. That's how my mindset's been. Fast forward all the hard work.
What does enjoying the process look like now? So if you were to start boxing again, or if you were to do anything again, for the audience out there, for you, what does enjoying the process look like?
Not having so many expectations and pressure on yourself to be somewhere at a time.
Yeah.
Unless there are deadlines. But I guess just learning, enjoying the learning process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not being so hard on yourself.
Margot, we've wrapped up so much. We've gone from to somewhere here in her timeline to going back, you know, but I've enjoyed this chat with you. How have you enjoyed this chat? You like it?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for allowing me to, you know, share my story and my life. Yeah.
But before we wrap up, you know, I just want to dive deep into everything that we've talked about and just ask Margot, just a few questions just for the audience and some pieces of advice that you guys can take on from this podcast. But what's one step you can take today to confront your own adversities and courage?
I guess just sit with all the uncomfortableness.
Sit with it? And what do you mean by that?
So feel all the feels, you know, when you're in a situation, you know, and like I always say on my, you know, my Instagram stories, I go on a lot about growth and feeling uncomfortable and hurting, you know, not just our physical stuff, also inside as well. If it feels, you know, uncomfortable, you just have to allow yourself to sit with it, like be patient, because it will pass, I guess, and just know that there's always, you know, always going to be another day tomorrow, a better day.
Yeah. How can individuals apply military principles, discipline and resilience into their life? So what principles, what little things that you would take out of being in the army to now, and what advice would you give?
Planning your week, being prepared so that, and then, because I guess that's like with food prep as well. Like people, you know, I've heard it all before, like people, you know, I don't have time to make meals. So preparation is key. And even just like your daily, what you've got on the day, week ahead, just preparing. Preparation.
What can our listeners do to recognize and harness their moments of clarity for personal empowerment?
I guess acknowledge and take and be proud of where they are at their lives.
Yeah, their current time.
Yeah.
That's very big, hey? And I think a lot of people...
gratitude, yeah.
I think a lot of people, go past that. They don't really recognize what they've actually come to now.
Yeah, and as humans, our brains are steered to always focus on the negative.
Yeah.
So when you turn that around and do gratitude, write down gratitude, it can really change our, neurons and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What's a simple action listeners can take to start building and strengthening their support network?
Join a gym. Of course. Not even that. Get in amongst the community.
Yeah.
If you are able to.
Yeah. And so what if someone had high anxiety to that type of stuff?
Yeah. And it happens. I hear it every day.
Yeah. What do you do?
I personally, I get anxiety, but then for a gym environment, just seek out a personal trainer, go on their website, have a look, what they're all about that setting.
Yeah.
But and there's always resources online for community, whatever you want to do.
Yes.
It's there,
Yeah, most definitely.
Community, yeah.
How can someone begin to use their past experiences to shape a positive vision for their future?
Oh, I can definitely relate to that.
Yes.
So I think just thinking,
I need to go toilet.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
I do too. So I guess just having that mindset of knowing that the pain, it's not going to last forever.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
And that's what my daughter, every time that I run and I'm puffing, I always tell her, what does daddy need to do? And she always says, the pain doesn't last forever. I've taught her that. And I tell her, Eliana, what do you need to tell me? She's like, take a breath, calm down. And these are the 3 things that she tells me. And it's so hard to obviously intake at that point of time, when you're struggling.
Yes.
But it's hearing it from her, it definitely feels a lot better.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, Margot, what's something that you would like to say to your audience, to the viewers out there?
Oh, okay. Yep.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, I just guess that, there's always someone that you can reach out to, if you're ever feeling, at the end of at your road. You never hold it in.
Yeah.
There's people that need you out there. You've got kids, if you're ever feeling like, we're talking about suicide.
Yes.
Yeah. So that on a mental health note, and, with training and that, I just no excuses, man.
Yeah.
There are no excuses.
Yeah.
Get to a gym, get training,
perfect. No, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you
thanks for having me.
this chat. But yeah, guys, make sure you like and subscribe this channel. We'll be here again with another episode.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Margot.
Thank you.
Sweet, man. That was awesome. Done. Well, how did that feel?
Welcome to the vibe where your dreams take flight. Cortez, so we're gonna shine so bright. Unity is how we rise. Join us in this journey and we'll take you to ride, yeah. We'll take you to rise, no. We'll take you